Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Chris Davis. Okay, so this video is going to be different. Okay, so instead of doing a movie review, I want to give you guys an update on the Nintendo Switch 2. So on this channel some time ago I talked about the Nintendo Switch 2. I believe when we talked about it, it was when Nintendo first released that they were going to have the Nintendo Switch 2, and I did a video on that. I'll have an end card somewhere here up at the top, but I also did another video on my second channel, CD Gaming, about it was a reaction to the Nintendo Direct that happened when Nintendo did a Nintendo Direct on the Nintendo Switch 2, talking about all the games that were going to be on it, all the specs on the Nintendo Switch 2. I'll try to remember to have an end card on that video right here so you guys can check out my second channel. I should have put that video on this channel because with my second channel it's mainly gameplay footage, and I think that's mainly what people want. So in the future I'll put news like that on this channel. So I do movie reviews, I do TV reviews, which you guys know. At times I do review products, mainly technology. I don't review that so much because that can be expensive. But however, I wanted to talk about a Nintendo Switch 2. I want to give you guys an update. I did talk about if it came out, when it did, I would try to get it. I did try to get the pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch 2, but when I went on to the GameStop app, it crashed. I couldn't get it, and then when I tried to go to the store wasn't open yet, and it was like 11, well, getting close to 11. It wasn't open yet, and there was already a line of people waiting, and I had to go to work. So I wasn't going to forget my responsibilities and forget my job just to sit and wait in a line to get a game console. I'm not that crazy about it. No, I have responsibilities, but I tried to go to the store later. They told me that they were all out of pre-orders. Best Buy, who else? Target, Walmart, GameStop, that they're all out of pre-orders. Like, you could get them online, you go in the store and get them, but of course that was during working hours, and as I said, I couldn't skip work to do that. Sorry, I'm not going to do that. But there is still hope that there's a chance you can get one. You can always get one, like either when it comes out or after it comes out. It's like you're never going to get one. When the PlayStation 5 came out and people were scalping the PlayStation 5, I didn't get it for like almost 2 years until Sony did a direct invite to buy one straight from them. And Nintendo is doing the same thing. It's not a hard guarantee, but it's a possibility you could get one. So all the retailers, their pre-orders are out. You'd have to get lucky enough to see if they have any available when it comes out. But what Nintendo is doing is they are giving people the possibility of purchasing a Nintendo Switch 2 directly from them, which you would have to do. And it's from this website, Engadget. When it comes to tech stuff, they're pretty knowledgeable. So let's go there. So Engadget, and our writer is Anna Washenko. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. And Valentina Valentino and Jeff Dunn. Okay, so we got 3 authors, or 3 writers. Thank you. All right, so in this article they talk about how you can't get any pre-orders from any of the retailers because the die-hard gamers have already taken them, and unless you shrugged off your responsibilities or you're a kid or you're a teenager, like, you weren't able to get that pre-order. But Nintendo is offering a way to pre-order a Nintendo Switch 2 for people. So a few of the requirements: 1, you have to have a Nintendo online account. you'd have to be signed up to, I believe, so you need a Nintendo Online account, and then you would have to be signed up to their online Nintendo account. So there's the free one, and then there's the one that you pay for the Nintendo Switch Online services, and those are the main two requirements. Now, yes, I see it right here. You have to have at least logged in 50 hours of Switch play time as of April 2nd, and you have to opt it into sharing your gameplay with Nintendo. So yeah, here's other requirements. As noted above, we recommend signing up via Nintendo's website. If you haven't already, it's free to register, and you'll eventually get an email that lets you order the console, even if you have to wait until after the June 15th launch day. Just note, the Nintendo is prioritizing invites on a first-come, first-served basis to those who paid for its Switch Online service for at least 12 months and logged at least 50 hours of total Switch playtime as of April 2nd. For the latter, you'll need to have opted into sharing gameplay data with Nintendo, which you can confirm in your account's privacy settings. Nintendo says it'll send invites to other registrants after those who meet this priority criteria receive their emails. Whenever you get an invite, you'll have 72 hours to make your purchase. So this is what they're doing. This is what I had to do for the PlayStation 5, except for the PlayStation 5, it was worse. It was COVID. There was semiconductor shortages. There were scalpers. So this is nowhere near as bad as the PlayStation 5. But Nintendo is offering a way. I believe I've already done this, but when I did it, it was a little different. I'm gonna try to see if I can do it. Let's see if I can do it again. Sign in. Blur this out. All right. Verification code. Verify that it's me. Okay. Well, I believe I did this, but it was like a month ago. So I'm just gonna make sure I do it. I think that's the only one available. Fine, I'll do it. Okay, so you won't be able to change your system selection once registered. Your registration was submitted 4/20. Okay, yeah, so I already did it. I already did this. I figured I did, but I didn't remember. All right, your registration was submitted April 24th. That's when it was open. Eligible Nintendo account holders will receive an email that it's time to purchase. Okay, so I already did this. I figured I did it. I did it already. So I should be like one of the first ones to get one, either right when the Switch 2 comes out or a little bit after it comes out. So I figured I did this already. But yeah, so if you want to be able to do this and you haven't done it already, here are the requirements. You have to have a Nintendo account. So this is free online. You have to have a Nintendo Online membership. So that's a 12-month membership where you pay to use their online services for the Nintendo Switch console. And then you have to have 50 hours of gameplay logged as April 2nd, and you have to opt it into sharing your gameplay footage or your gameplay via your privacy settings. I believe I've done that latter part too. If I didn't, then I think it would say incomplete, but it says I registered, so I must already have the settings in there for to share my gameplay hours with them. But yeah, I try to get the Nintendo Switch 2 or try to pre-order it. GameStop app crashed. I try to go to GameStop. They weren't even open at 10:30 or 11. Open at 12. If you can believe that. And there was already a long line of people just waiting there. And like, I'm gonna be late to work. I can't miss work for this. If I don't get it when it comes out, I don't get it. But before I end this video, let's go over like the Nintendo Switch real quick. Yes. I want. Okay. I know I registered for the Switch. Okay. I want to go over some specs. Okay. Nintendo Switch 2. I don't. We already talked about learning how to buy. I want to. Okay, so there's game chat. So if you have the little camera thing, you can do a video chat with some people who you're friends with. 1, 2. Okay. This is all nice, but okay, this is actually the specs, but I didn't want to look at this part. Bear with me. Okay, you can do all that. Okay, yes, we talked about the game chat. I want to actually look at the specs. Okay, so it can be in different modes: TV mode, tabletop mode, handheld mode. So I can tell you right off the bat, I will not be using the middle. It'll either be TV or handheld mode. Let me look at this. Take advantage of powerful upgrades, processing capabilities, speed, graphics, performance. Okay, so which kind of... like 256 gigabytes of internal storage. That's good. There was this page that was specifically talking about specs. Let me... yes, let's go to this. Something with less graphics. Okay, so I guess they're not gonna do this for me. There was something that... there's a page where you specifically talked to specs. It was less animated than this, where you could look at all the ports and stuff. No. I'm gonna check that game. I just want to look at the specs. Okay. Viewing angle, new stand. Yes, it has a stand, but I want to go over. Okay. Where is... okay. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Thank you. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Thank you for bearing with me. So its approximate size, 4.5 inches tall, 10.7 inches wide. With a Joy-Con, it's 0.55 inches thick. Okay, so approximately weighs 0.88 pounds. The screen size, 7.9 inch wide color, LCD screen. So the Nintendo Switch OLED has an OLED screen. This is LCD. Okay, so the pixels are 1920 by 1080. High definition HDR 10 support. Right, CPU custom processor made by NVIDIA. I wish I could see which CPU or GPU that specifically is. Storage 256 gigabytes. Yes, okay. So an Ethernet port, it has that. It also has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Video output, so we have an HDMI connector, of course, uh, and then audio output. Yes, okay, speakers, yes, speakers really good. Built-in microphone, yeah, so you can use the camera and stuff. Buttons, audio jack, game card slot, micro SD express card slot, so you can span your storage. Internal battery, lithium ion, battery life. So with the Nintendo Switch 2, what people really wanted was for it to be really powerful, like the Steam Deck. Of course, that would make it more expensive, and the Switch 2 is more expensive. But we don't know if that's because of tariffs or is it because it has more processing power. It may be a little bit both. It may be, I think, more likely because of tariffs. But this is what people wanted to know: how much powerful it is, how much more powerful the Switch 2 is than the Switch. All right. So can it process games faster? Does it have a more powerful GPU? I believe it has more storage space capacity than just the regular Switch. But I am happy that it has an Ethernet port. The regular Nintendo Switch doesn't have an Ethernet port. The OLED dock does. So I also like with the Nintendo Switch 2 how the Joy-Cons, they're magnetic instead of like just sliding in. I just hope with these controllers that they can do something about the left stick drift. That's not just a problem with Nintendo Switch. Like PlayStation 5 controllers had issues with that. I know my regular white one eventually had that problem. I had to stop using it. But with my Switch Joy-Con, I had that issue for a while until I got it to stop. But I think the magnetic will make the connectivity between the Joy-Con and the Switch a lot better. The reason why I want the Nintendo Switch 2, honestly, is the Nintendo Online membership, where if you have it, you can get the back catalog of GameCube games. This is only available on the Nintendo Switch 2, and if it wasn't for this, I honestly probably wouldn't buy the console right away. I would wait maybe even a year or two if it wasn't for that. If it was just backwards compatible, which was wonderful, that would make me happy, but that would not make me try to get this day one, which incentivizing me to get this right now, or like June 5th, as early as possible, is that back catalog of GameCube games. Nintendo is finally listening to people. When we say, hey, PlayStation Plus has this back catalog of PlayStation games you can play from PlayStation up to PS5 on the PlayStation 5, and Xbox, of course, has Game Pass where you can play Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One X. I'm confused. I'm confused because Xbox One X, and then it's supposed to be something else. Yeah, Xbox really got confusing when they released their latest console. I don't think they're even console anymore. I just think they're just an online game service at this point. They just make games, and I guess distribute them, but Xbox is behind Nintendo and PlayStation, all right, to keep it simple. But yeah, I'm really excited about the GameCube games that are going to be on the Switch 2. The GameCube was a very fun console. I played a lot of games on it. And one game I hope is on the Nintendo Switch 2 is Custom Robo. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, you know that was a hidden gem of the GameCube era. So I hope that game is on there. All right. That's all we have for today. If you liked what I had to share, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and all of you have a great day.